up, get your top hit. Cleaning crew, we pull out with the mop sticks. I can let my demons loose, we ride and don't get caught sick. Really, I believed in you, it turned out that you not shit.
How much of an impact do you think Kevin Samuels made as far, or how much of a change you think he made compared to before he passed away? How much of an impact you think Kevin Samuels made from before people found out about him, transpired, until after he passed away?
So I'm gonna ask you a question first before I answer. Like, give me like a small explanation of what his movement is.
Like for men to acknowledge for men to realize their value, as far as like, not really so much just with life, but like with like relationships, like dynamic between men and women, stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, I would say his impact. I mean, it opened a lot of people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Open
For men and for women.
For men.
Women. Okay. Yeah.
Like, you know, it opened a lot of women's eyes too, because a lot of the shit that he would talk about, or I'm not gonna say a lot of the shit. I'm gonna say some of the shit that he would talk about. It was like opening a gate to some shit that women knew already, but men didn't really know. So they're like, oh shit, these niggas done figured out the secret.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh,
we're fucked.
now yeah, like we're fucked, you know what I'm saying? And men, we like, oh, y'all fucked.
Yeah.
I know this shit now, you know what I'm saying? I understand it now, and I'm about to start moving a certain type of way now because I just learned this piece of information, whatever it may be. Which is a lot of his information was, you know,
pretty
key.
much true. Yeah, it was key.
It was key. It was really just his delivery that people didn't fuck with. But
I didn't mind.
I didn't mind it. I mean, some people. I feel like nowadays people are just sensitive as fuck.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, because people nowadays, they sensitive as fuck, they take offense to anything. Everything that he said or the way that he said it. When if it was 10 years ago, nobody would have been boo-hooing about shit. So it's like, yeah.
Do you think the feminist movement was like? Do you think the feminist movement was detrimental to our youth, right? As far as like people that are like in like their 20s, early teen, well not early, but like late teens and like 20s, like early 30s.
Yeah.
Cause like I was kind of thinking that today. Like in my head, I was thinking like, bro, like before he passed away, like a lot of people, especially a lot of men, didn't recognize their place. Like you had men that made like 100, 200, 300K a year and still thought that they had to bow down to a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like we put girls on pedestals, and we don't, and we like everything they do wrong. Like we just kind of just turn a blind eye because it's like we're too scared to speak up. Because if you speak up, feminism is gonna come and whack you in the head.
Right.
And I think what Kevin Samuels did was he just woke up men, as far as like, bro, do you know who you are, bro? Like, do you know how much you contribute to society? Do you know like how many men aren't as common as you are, or if you aren't at that level or if you aren't at that level yet, do you know your potential? Right. So, you know, I used to work at Best Buy, you know that. So like even Best Buy Staples before then, I was making probably like 20K a year, 25K a year. I was making
when I was at Target and Best Buy.
Yeah, chump change, like working in like the dungeon at Merrifield and Target, working at Best Buy, like overly working, doing shit that I know damn well I shouldn't be. I'm not getting paid to do, but you know, getting slutted out. You know, pause. But that being said, it's like he just kind of woke up that and it made me think to myself like, bro, like I'm about to start making like 6 figures for real, and I don't have like I'm close. You know what I'm saying? Like I got like a couple sources of income. I definitely want to start. I'm thinking about getting into like real estate, like flipping houses and stuff. And you know, I'm here helping out my parents. You know, like giving them. They don't really need my help. I'm making my job, especially because I'm in the transition of getting my own place. So like in the middle of my transition of getting my own place, I don't want to pay rent. I want to pay mortgage.
We are Best Buy employee away from 6 figures.
Yeah, damn near.
Like that.
Damn near. like a part-time Best Buy shit. So yeah. Shout out to people that working at Best Buy though, but I was just saying that because in my head I'm thinking like, bro, like
in which some of them probably get paid more now that as years past, COVID went through. I know a lot of people raised their rates and shit, so a lot of people probably making more than what we was when we was at Best Buy, but still.
They probably was still making 15 though.
Yeah.
But like what I was thinking about in my head, I was like, bro, like I used to look at a lot of women thinking like, damn, like I wish I had a chance to get with her. I wish I had like I wish, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
And I think where a lot of men go wrong, and where I went wrong before, probably like 2 years ago, is that I would view women as celebrities. Like when they walk by, I'll get all nervous and stuff. Even sometimes now, like if it's a girl that I think is really pretty, like it's natural for you to get nervous. But it's like we would think like that with almost every single girl that we would see, that we would get nervous. But then if you start to think to yourself like, hold up, my nigga, like I'm handsome as hell, number one. On top of that, it's like I'm close to making 6 figures a year, and I'm not out here fucking scamming.
I'm a good genuine nigga.
Like, I'm a nigga. Yeah. Like exactly. So it's like, why should I have to feel like I need to try to accommodate a girl, bro?
Yeah, impress or accommodate.
Yeah, or anything. And
bow down.
But this is the thing. Like obviously, like. I think women are precious. Like I'm always on YouTube, like talking shit on the bullshit that women say. But I love women, bro. Like I think the thing is that women don't really like realize that like how much men are necessary to their lives. Because when shit goes wrong, who the first person you call?
Some type of man.
Your dad, your big brother, your boyfriend, someone. Your uncle. If you about to get into a fight at the bar, if some nigga talking to you sideways at the bar, who's the first person to pull up? When you call the cops, who comes? When you need a firefighter to come to help you, who comes? Military people that are defending the United States, who's most of them? Men. All the people that are here to protect you, one way or another, or here to help you, are men. 9 times out of 10. Yeah. So it's like for the feminism for it to be turned into like an anti-men thing, it's kind of like, whoa, that's crazy, because it's like when you need help with something,
like, it's like y'all, there's a lot of more women than men in the world.
Yeah,
but we still carry a lot of weight. Like,
and I also will say too, like I think when it comes like to men, like we are the prize. Because at the end of the day, like we are the ones, when it comes to like relationship dynamics, like we are the prize. The reason why I say that is because we're the ones that get down on one knee and marry you. We give you the relationship. I think women are the prize when it comes to, get out of the trash. I think women are the prize when it comes to like society, because they give birth, they incubate babies, they give birth.
Right. Yeah.
And if
there's a reason we keep on
exactly. If it was a natural disaster, I believe in protecting women at all costs.
Yeah.
Like men are dispensable, like, but women aren't. They should be protected at all costs, no matter what.
Correct.
But I think, again, women take advantage of that. That's why you have not the Me Too movement, but that's why you have the Believe All Women movement, which don't fuck with that shit at all. Because as someone that was a victim of false accusations that I caught on 4K on my phone, I seen it, I've lived it. I know what that's like to be accused of something that you didn't do by someone that you used to lay your head with.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, just because she's a woman, you're seen to believe whatever the fuck she says. I don't fuck with that. No matter if you're a guy or a girl, like, I don't believe in anything someone says, like, for face value. But we have the feminist movement that's like, nah, you need to believe her because she's a girl. So I don't believe in that. But, the reason why I say all that is because he definitely made me wake up and realize my value as a man.
I'm not playing with you.
Especially, bro, get out of his face. Especially when it comes to, like, what I have to offer a girl. So if I hear, you have so many mid-ass women saying that, I mean, we nigga, they make $300K, and it's like, but are you willing to do what?
Did you watch that video that I sent you?
Which video?
The one that I sent you in the chat that was like 4 hours long.
I probably did. I don't know. What was it?
I don't know if you started watching it or not. It was about like shit like this. It was like it was a podcast. 2 guys. One of them was the main guy, and then the other one, it was a guest on the shit.
Bro, stop.
Move. Shit over here. The other guy, he was there, just a guest. He had on a suit. High value, man. No, he was, like, he actually was. And then the rest of them were like, it was like 7 to 10 girls. ages between like 19 and 26.
Yeah.
One of them was fucking
bad shit.
No, obnoxious
Ugly.
as fuck. Like, like I'm talking about like completely anti-men. Like anything that the nigga said or anything they was talking about, she come back all like. And that she contradicted herself so many times, and they were laughing at her. And she was like, "I feel like I'm being attacked right now." This and like, no, you're
not, bro.
Dumb.
You're just saying, and it's the thing. The reason why she feels attacked is because, again, we coddled women forever.
Yeah,
they can never do no wrong, and no one's there to ever check it because we're too scared to speak up. Because we speak up, we're misogynistic. We speak up, we're anti-women. If we speak up, we're rapists. If we speak up, like sometimes I feel crazy to even hold the door for a girl because it's like, or sometimes I feel scared to even say hi to a girl because I think she's gonna fucking record some TikTok and say I'm being a creep just off of saying what's up.
Oh, like I be seeing on Twitter, like motherfuckers that be
and working on gym and shit, bro. It's like this nigga, like granted, niggas be weird sometimes.
They are weird.
And at the club too, niggas be weird. At the gym, niggas be weird. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen because it definitely does, but it's like a cash cow a lot of times for like some instant clicks or some attention. That shit's like lame as fuck.
It's like, bruh,
lame as hell.
You in the gym, you in a public place. If you're in a public place with a camera,
everyone's gonna be looking at
you. Everyone's gonna look at you.
When I used to vlog like in the street or in the mall, like everyone's looking at me like, why does he have a camera?
It doesn't matter who you are or what people, whatever. Somebody gonna look. And they might glance a couple times because they're curious.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to know
what are you doing?
What you recording?
They might come up to ask you like, "Yo, are you a YouTuber? Are you a TikToker? What do you do?"
Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you.
When I go to the club and with my 360 cam, people always like, "What is that?"
Or just like let's say like a different point of view, right? There's different types of vlogging, right? So you got you handheld, right? Or you got like a camera set up, and maybe you have a mic on your collar, right? So you talking to, let's say you're doing this in public.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers gonna look at you.
And shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or just shit like that. Or you just don't like, people are gonna look at you. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, yeah, you might be a girl and you got on fucking whatever the fuck you got on at the gym. But that doesn't mean motherfuckers are looking at your ass.
Yeah.
Or your titties or some shit like that.
And this is the thing though. But I want to say this too. Even if he is, like, if like, come on, bro. Like, you can't walk inside the goddamn gym with some fucking your titties hanging out, some sports bra, with some fucking with a fat ass. You got BBL, so you got to work out because you got to make sure the thighs match the ass. Like, and your shorts are fucking hugging tight against your pussy lips.
And expect somebody not to look.
And expect a nigga not to look, bro. Like it, and if, then again, you're gonna have girls say, "Well, I should be able to wear what the fuck I want to wear." Okay, cool. Well, I should be able to walk down on fucking Southeast DC with my fucking chains hanging and my fucking $1,000 fucking, I don't know, off-white jacket and my fucking Saint Laurent Whites, $1,200 shoes, and not worry about getting robbed. But that's life. I have to. And for me to avoid that, what am I gonna do? If I was to go down Southeast DC, I'm not gonna wear my chains. I'm not gonna wear shit. I'm gonna wear a big ass baggy ass t-shirt, some fucking cargos, and some Vans. And even still, I will still get tried because I'm light skinned. I'm being honest, because I'm a light skinned black guy. I'm still gonna get tried. But it's gonna diminish your chances. And the person that had the person that controls that is you.
It's like asking for attention, getting attention, but then mad at the attention.
Yeah. But that's why you do it, because in that kind of scenario, like, you want the attention. Like, for me, making the car that I made, I like it, right? I like it. I did it because I enjoy it, but also I'll be a fool to say, like, I also didn't do it for attention as well. Right. So it's like, it's the same thing when it comes to girls, bro. Like, a girl can put makeup on, have a BBL, get her lips and whatever. I did it for myself. Okay, you did it for yourself, cool, but, like, be real with yourself.
Oh my gosh,
did it for attention,
that was a segment in the video. The guy asked him, he said, he went around the table like, who do y'all put on makeup for? Myself. Everybody said myself. Right?
Yeah.
So then he was like, okay.
What else did you put makeup on?
No. Then he was like, he gave them a scenario. He said, okay, let's just say you're the last person on earth. Mm-hmm. You're like, you're good, your survival taxes, you're good, you're not like starving or anything, it's just you.
Yeah.
Are you still gonna put on makeup?
They not.
All of them's like, yeah, I mean, if I'm bored or this and that. You're like, Bro, if I'm the only person on fucking earth, I'm going through a midlife fucking crisis.
Makeup,
like, I'm not putting on no fucking makeup.
I'm not gonna be wearing all these fucking clothes, and I'm not gonna be whipping my. Come on, bro.
Like,
nah, what's the thing though? So for me, I think it depends who you are. Like for girls that have like a hobby in makeup, they probably still gonna do that's their hobby.
That's their
like
hobby.
They're like MUAs, makeup artists.
Yeah.
So for me with my car, that's my hobby. Like
so you still gonna do shit to your car. But
exactly. But for the people like for example that have like for example like what is not my hobby? Like if I had like a bunch of like chains, right? Mm-hmm. That's not my hobby. Isn't jewelry. Yeah. So like I could see why like someone could tell me that and be like, yeah, this isn't my hobby. So if that happened to me, like I wouldn't be wearing chains and shit like that because it's not a hobby of mine. And no one who am I going to impress? Like nobody. Yeah, it's only no one's alive. It's just me. So yeah.
And then he was like, what did he say? Oh, it was like he was talking about how like ask them when they go out with their friends, do they go out for like male attention or do they just go out for fun? Oh, it's just me and my friends. Like we're just going out, this and that. Like
that's crazy.
And then he was like, okay, so if you're just going out with you and your friends, why can't y'all just be at home?
Exactly. Well, it's a club, it's an atmosphere. Okay, so why don't you just?
That's exactly what they were saying,
bro. I'm telling you, nigga, I do this shit like
that's exactly what they were saying.
If that's the case. Like I mean, when I say I do this shit, I mean like, when I say I do this shit, I mean an aspect of like. I make content about this stuff all the time. So I know like I already, and plus I ask girls at work when they come in, we just casually have a conversation, and I might tell her like, I'll tell her straight like, bro, like look, like girls go to the club because they want to look good, they want to feel good, and it's that rush of having it's that not affirmation, but it's that what's the word, bro? It starts with like with the A.
Reassurance.
Not really, kind of reinsurance. It's kind of like, bro, like for example, like if I was. Sometimes when I go to the club, and if I have someone say, "You're Milliondollardream, right?" And they, yo, bro, I love your videos, whatever the case may be. If I go out to the mall, someone says that, it's reassurance that I know what I'm doing is right, and it feels good. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it doesn't feel good. Yeah. Now, when I was really putting up videos a lot, and I would have weird people coming to me, guys or girls, that would kind of just like take little pictures from far away, and this is like when I was really being very consistent. My views were really good, like. I'll have people act weird and take pictures from far away. When I was with Ariam, you know, she's like a TikTok star. When we went to fucking Springfield when she was gonna return some shit, like there was a girl, literally a group of girls, like, and me knowing how that's like, it's funny seeing it
from somebody
bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Like spectating. Like this is when I was not posting no videos, right? This is when I was like dormant on YouTube, like
you
like
just
post nothing
with a TikToker.
Exactly. So seeing it. Third person, like I already know what time it is. So there's like a group of girls like 10 feet like behind us in a circle on their phone looking up on them like this. Kind of just like pulling up her TikTok to see, is that really her? I think I already knew. So then before we left, they were waiting outside. But I guess they were too nervous or too scared to ask her for a picture. So they never did. But I knew that they were fans of her. Yeah. So seeing that is like it's reassurance. It makes you feel good, and sometimes I can see why people would want to go out just to get that reassurance to make sure that they still have it, and that's fine. That's not a problem. But it's like for you to sit here and not admit that you look crazy. Yeah, you know, you look weird, you look crazy, and again, when it comes with like the whole coddling of women, and like as far as like you know with the feminist movement, I think simps. I think it's men's fault. I think men nowadays are very sensitive. I think women are very masculine. I think men are now very feminine. Yeah. Because we're told to express our emotions and all this other extra bullshit. And now the problem with that is that because we called the women for so long and niggas aren't having sex like that, there's a lot of men now that are virgins or they haven't had sex in literally like 3 months. So they're thirsty. So they're commenting on their girls' pictures with hard eyes and a bunch of other shit. If you schedule a date with a girl and she says, though I can't do today, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, like we can just reschedule. Nah, I used to be that type of nigga. Yeah. But now I'm the type of nigga that if you say, I'm so sorry, like 3 days later, we can reschedule, I'm gonna laugh at that message and never reply to you.
Right, because you just wasted my time.
You wasted my time. But before then, it's like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it.
We'll do something next week.
Yeah, but it's like now I know my worth, bro. I don't got time for that shit.
we agreed on this day. Now that day comes.
Yeah, nah.
Like, oh,
now I know how to carry you. And let's say, for example, if we start fucking around, let's say we start fucking around after that. Like, I know how to carry you now. Like, relationship, out of here. Like, don't even think about that. Because you're not the type of girl I'd wife. Type of girl I'd wife, if she couldn't make it, she'll text me that same day and be like, hey, look, I'm not going to lie to you, I think I'm busy. But I can't do this, but how about this day?
Right.
Then that's going to make me, I don't care if you can't make it. What matters to me is that if you're going to take the time to tell me what's going on and then reschedule. Because that shows me that you do want to see me.
You want to do it.
You just can't do it today.
Exactly.
And I'm totally cool with that if you communicate that.
Correct.
But then again, because of the time we live in, like, imagine that you're being told that you're handsome, that there's no one like you, you're one of a kind every single day.
Right.
And I don't really blame women for having some type of godlike complex because, bro, like, look at pop stars. I always love equating shit to pop stars. Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, like the Jonas Brothers, One Direction, BTS. They're told they are great every fucking day since they were kids.
Yeah.
So that's why all these pop stars, they end up spiraling out of control because they're coddled their entire life. They're told they're great all the time. So you can't tell them no wrong.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. So no critiques. So now with women, now with Kevin Samuels and his movement, it woke niggas up to start saying no. Like, we're not fucking with this shit no more, bro. Like, if I'm telling you that you're not going out, you're not going out. If I'm telling you I don't feel comfortable with you wearing this shit, you're not wearing this shit. And then again, when it comes to not going out, a lot of times girls can say, I got in a debate with one of my coworkers about this, and I told her, I was like, look, with me telling my girl not to go out, it's not me being insecure. It's not. Yeah. If I'm in a relationship with you, bro, I'm not only am I providing for you and I'm provisioning for you, but I'm protecting you, bro. Mm-hmm. So if I tell you don't go out, it's because I know what could potentially come with that, depending on where you're going and how you're dressing. Mm-hmm. I know how weird niggas are. I know niggas can be creeps. I know niggas can do some really wild shit and not give a fuck. So the thing is that if some nigga does you wrong, who are you gonna want to slide by your name?
Right.
Me. So now if something goes wrong, some nigga tries you, I gotta defend you in your honor.
Right.
So now I gotta pull up to the club and potentially fight someone because some nigga tried to fuck with my girl.
And not even that, it's like,
as far as him trying to be touch up on her and shit when she told him to stop.
Insecure because of this and that, or you got trust issues, this and that. It's not about not trusting your partner. It's about not trusting your same gender. Like, it's like, I don't trust niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even though I know females not like this, it should be, I don't trust bitches.
Yeah.
Not, I don't trust my man or I don't trust my girl. Mm-hmm. It should be, I don't trust these niggas. I know how niggas can be.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want you going
And
out.
also, besides that, I know your female friends. And if something, and your female...
Or some shit like that.
And your female friends, bro, like, they will... Well, I wouldn't wife a girl that has some weird female friends anyway, but your female friends, they will always make you... Female friends I would never take any advice if I was a female from my female friends because they will make you single. They will tell you to do shit. It's okay, girl. He's not gonna find out. It's okay, girl. Like, I ain't gonna tell him. It's okay, girl. Like we all doing the same shit. Like they're going to feed you all this bullshit.
Yeah.
That's gonna lead you down the wrong path.
And we done witnessed it.
Exactly. Oh my God.
We witnessed that shit.
Last week I was crying. Yeah. So it's just like. So it's
we
like.
Witnessed that shit
yeah, bro.
Female friends are the worst friends.
They're the worst friends. So, so it's funny because I was also thinking to myself too, like the dynamic of like men and women. Like, for example, like men, like when we have sex with a girl, like it's funny because girls can't fathom how it's okay for us to have sex, or like, you know, and it not to be a problem, and how they can have sex and it's a big issue. So I kind of thought of something today, like men, like we have sex unattached with feelings. Mm-hmm. Like we don't care about that at all. Like we can have sex like taking a piss, like taking out the trash, and it's like nothing. Yeah. Right. And yeah, there's gonna be girls. Well, girls can do it too, of course, but
they can't actually. It's actually scientifically proven that they can't.
Yeah, technically speaking, but there's always an anomaly. There's always that couple that's kind of off.
It's in there.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, but there's always. But the thing is that never is the rule. Like if there's 10 people, right? If it's 8 out of 10, you might have 2 out of 10 that might not be like that nearly as much, but there's still 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Which is the majority. That no one gives a fuck about the minority.
Yeah.
Like all the studies, everything is off the majority, right? Mm-hmm. So you have men that can have sex and not care about feelings at all, and girls, like generally, like they'll have sex, they're all into their feelings, into their emotions, right?
Correct.
That's something that for girls out here having sex multiple times, it's looked down upon, because to them it's easy, right? And also because they get their feelings wrapped up in majority of the times when they're having sex. Now, if you flip that, men, right, we are told not to show feelings, not to show emotions, right? So if a girl's out here having sex a lot, guys are gonna look down upon that, right? And that's something that we can pull off, right? But feelings is something that if a guy's too emotional, that's like, to a girl naturally he's like, ugh, emotional, like what the fuck?
And there's also
but hold on though, because this is my point. My point is this. My point is saying that girls can be emotional as much as they want. 9 times out of 10, the guys not gonna look at them and be like, ugh, what the fuck, like, ugh.
Yeah.
But it's her having sex multiple times is that a guy's gonna look at her and be like, ugh. Now again, flip the roles. Like if a girl is out here having sex a lot, right? It's like, ugh, but then if she's showing emotion, it's totally fine. If we're having sex a lot, it's generally no problem. But if we're showing emotion a lot, it's ugh. So it's like, it's literally the exact opposite. And it's funny, it's crazy how like men and women are like mirrors of like opposite of each other. So I was thinking about that today. I was like, we're literally like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And I don't blame why girls don't understand how we can like scientifically have sex a lot and it for it to not be a problem, because they're not men, so they don't understand it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like how if a girl is out here like providing security a lot, like, or you know, I'm not gonna look at her as in like ugh, because like that's not really like, I'm just not gonna look at her like that. But if a guy, I can see a girl looking at a guy like, what the fuck? Like if he's out here providing security for some girl that for some girl that didn't have to put in no work.
Yeah.
Because he's simping. And that's what simping isn't being affectionate or super emotional or not emotional, but super affectionate to a girl. Simping is being simping is not being super affectionate to a girl that reciprocates the same thing back.
Yeah.
Simping is being really emotional, always trying to be present, always all up in a girl's armpits when she reciprocates nothing. Or barely anything.
Yeah.
That's simping. And that's why for me, it's like, again, guys provide security, girls really, they provide sex, you know? So like we give the rings, we give the relationship, we give the security. Girls provide the sex. They're the ones that decide who has sex or not. They open their legs. So for us, it's like sex is nothing. To them, providing security is nothing. It's no big deal. But to us, security is a big deal. To them, sex is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like literally the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like they were saying also like the more a female has sex with people, like
her like
different niggas.
I know what you're about to say.
They're
it's harder for them to bond with
it's a pair bond.
Yeah, it's a pair bond.
So it's like,
which is a natural fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they was talking about just like body count matter and shit, right? And they were like, yeah, like the men were like, the dudes were like, yeah, and the girls were like, why? And they told them, and they was like, but that shouldn't this and that. They're like, yeah, it should, because if you fuck 200 niggas, why couldn't you bond with number 199?
Exactly.
Because you done fucked 198 before.
Yeah.
So it's like, a man's not gonna want to make you a wife because you can't bond with him clearly. And with like us, like like you said, like we can do that, and there doesn't have to be any emotion towards it.
The funny thing about that too is that it's always like a why until you flip it on something that relates to them. And you say, what about if it's your brother, your little brother, your son, your dad? And it's like, oh no, fuck that bitch. Oh no, fuck that bitch. So it's like, so it's okay when it has nothing to do with you, but when it has something to do with you that strikes a chord, like one of your family members or your son, it's like, oh no, he can't wife her. Oh hell no, she's a hoe. It's like, the fuck. So you want me to wife up a hoe, but your son can't?
Was like,
okay.
He was like
what the fuck?
Because they was talking about like hookup culture and shit like that, and whose fault it was, which is it's clearly women's fault because they're the no, it is because they're the ones who decide if they want to fuck you or not.
That's true, but this is okay. I can agree with that to an extent, just because of especially like how like the music is like, you know, you have Meg Thee Stallion, you have Cardi B, you have the City Girls.
Well,
but
not even that. It's just like we can't wake up 7 days a week and fuck a new girl every day.
Yeah, we can't because we're men. Like you can only have it like that if you're like a celebrity.
A girl, any average girl,
below average girl could wake up 7 days a week and fuck every like fuck 3 niggas a day.
Any guy they want.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you complain about the hookup culture, it's like it's your fault.
Exactly.
Like,
I agree with that. I'll say as far as like women having like an over sense of self, I think that's definitely men's fault for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, it's definitely men's fault because they're giving security where it's not. It shouldn't be given.
Or it's not earned.
It's not. The thing I want to say while this is on is that it just made me think about it, and it was only like 40 seconds left to record. Is that the only time that a man can get the same sexual benefits of that a woman that most average woman has is if he is a somebody. That is the only time. Be some kind of celebrity, rapper, singer, ball player, track star, whatever the case may be, or YouTuber, TikToker. That's the only time you can get the same sexual benefits as far as him exploring himself and finally being able to have sex like that. So when a girl comes along and says, "Why are you having sex like that? Why are you like? Do you know how much I had to bust my ass off to get the same options that not even you, but the most average? It could be like an overweight chick, and like I have just as much or more options as her now. Finally."
Moving on, that's easy too. Quit acting like I'm not rich. Fuck these IG hoes, I'd rather have a block bitch. She been playing on my heartstrings.